In this video, I'd like to clarify some of the things on the course policy sheet. Most of the stuff is pretty straightforward and it should make sense when you read it, but some of the things I just want to make sure are absolutely clear because this course policy will be in effect for the entire semester. This is basically the set of rules that I will follow for all students, so I just want to make sure that you understand what the rules are. And of course, if you have any questions or if you need clarification, please feel free to contact me anytime and I'll be happy to do so. I will say please don't forget about the course policy later on in the semester, especially towards the end of the semester when we may be turning in several assignments kind of quickly. Please make sure that you make sure all assignments are in accordance with the course policy because, as I said, I'll have to follow this throughout the semester. So let's go through just some key points. The best way for you to contact me, of course, will be your D2L account to email me. I'll check that daily, of course. But I do also want you to know an option you have. You can feel free, even though this is an online course, feel free to come by during office hours. I do have my office hours posted here. I've got a good chunk on Wednesday. I do want to say Sunday's office hour is mainly a by appointment. So if you would like to come in, especially on Sunday, it wouldn't hurt to send me an email just letting me know, and I'll make sure that my time is blocked out for you on that time. But office hours are open anytime that I'm listed. I should be there. The office phone, if I'm in my office and I can't answer, I will. But again, the best way to contact me will be your D2L account. Now, the textbook we will use in the course. In a little bit, I'll show you the tentative coursework outline. There are a few assignments that won't be in the textbook, but the overwhelming majority will be in the textbook. So please buy that. If you don't have it already, you'll need to get that as soon as possible because we'll be in it very soon. We'll be doing selections from there. Late papers, we'll have some papers, and just keep in mind that if you try to turn it in late, I will not accept it unless we've made arrangements for that prior. If you think that there's going to be a problem turning in a paper on a certain date, just let me know about it and we'll see what we can figure out. But if you try to let me know about a problem turning in your paper the night before it's due or the day before it's due, there's not going to be a whole lot of stuff we can do. We won't have a lot of options. Now, technology is going to be very important in this class because this is an online class. Just plan accordingly. Realize that technology can be our friend, but also it can be our worst enemy if we wait or procrastinate on some things. That's when we usually run into computer problems. So please do read through this and understand that technological error of any kind really won't be an excuse for late assignments, for late quizzes, or anything like that. I'm going to expect you to plan ahead. Now here we have a breakdown of all the grades that we're going to do. Notice there are 5 homework assignments that we'll have throughout the semester for a total of 100 points. So that's 20 points an assignment. We'll also have quite a few quizzes worth 100 points total. Participation I want to come back to in just a moment. Midterm and final exam, notice the point value in those is pretty high. And the reason why is the midterm and final will be a mixture of writing and also possibly short answer, essay writing, short answer response, maybe even some multiple choice. So your midterm and your final exam, the reason why they're worth so much is because you'll be evaluated on quite a bit. Also, we will have a paper in here that you'll get further instructions on later in the semester. It's worth 100 points. Homework, the big thing is going to be that late homework will not be accepted. So please know that, speaking from the past, one of the biggest problems students have run into, Friday night is going to be the cutoff time for homework submission. Friday night, 11:59. Now in the past, I've noticed that if the school takes down D2L, they usually take down D2L for maintenance or whatever on a Friday, specifically on a Friday night. So in the past, I've had quite a few students who've tried to submit a homework assignment Friday night at 10 o'clock and they find that they can't because the site is closed. So that really won't be an excuse. I really do think that you need to plan ahead and try to get your homework in before the the last minutes of its possible turn-in. So please just, even Thursday would be a great time to try to plan to have your homework done, but at the latest Friday morning. If you start getting into Friday night territory, it can be a little bit of a gamble because late homework is not accepted. So please do remember that. Quizzes will be posted in the coursework outline. It'll tell you every week that we have a quiz. You can access the quiz using the Assessments tab, which will have a video that shows you how to access everything on your D2L account, so you'll see more of that. The same thing for homework as far as technology, the window that you have to get it done. It's the same window for quizzes. So Friday, 11:59, quiz will be due. You'll need to take the quiz by then. Please be aware that you may want to get it done early just to prevent any kind of troubleshoot or problems that may creep up with technology. Also, please remember for the quiz, you'll need to use something called a lockdown browser. If you don't know what this is, don't worry, because when you try to take your first quiz, D2L will automatically prompt you what to do to set up the D2L lockdown browser. But basically that will keep you from accessing any other web page during the quiz. Also, please keep in mind every quiz will be timed, and the amount of time you have is very, very small. That's in order to prevent students from trying to use their book while taking the quiz. I don't want you to use the book. It's considered a closed book quiz. So really, if you try to use the book to try to find the answer to the quiz, chances are you'll run out of time. And when the time is up, it will submit whatever you have put. If you put a blank response, that's what will be submitted. Participation is going to be very important for our class. This is going to be something that goes throughout the semester, and it is worth 200 points, so it should be worth your time. Now, participation basically involves a discussion board, and I'll show you in the other video how to access this. Your responsibility every week, you will need to access the discussion board, and you will have to post at least one thoughtful question that you have about the week's reading assignment. You'll also need to answer at least one question that another student has asked, or provide your insight, your thoughts. Now notice that I say at least one of each. If you want to do more, I encourage you to do so, because your participation grade, if you do minimum participation, average participation would be consistently one response, one question, one answer every week. That would be worth average credit, which is going to be C territory. If you go beyond the minimum requirement, of course, your 200-point credit will reflect that. You'll get more points for participation. The due date on participation, I really want to make sure you understand. The due date for participation is earlier than your homework and quiz, and that's because I want to encourage students to not wait until the last day to submit their thoughts on the week's reading. So please know that discussion's due by Wednesday of the week, 11:59, and that's to hopefully encourage students to get in there before the week is actually through to read some of the questions that students have posted and choose some to respond to. Turnitin.com, you have access to, or I have access to, basically every assignment that's a major assignment, and the homework assignments will be submitted to this service. It's a plagiarism service, so just don't cheat, don't copy paste, plagiarize, don't any kind of plagiarize, because this Turnitin.com will catch it. Student expectations, I really don't have any worries for this class. The only thing I'll really want to make sure of is our discussion board stays non-volatile. We'll have several different viewpoints. Just remain respectful, please. And then lastly, we do have content advisory. Some of the material, especially later on in the semester, will have some adult theme. We'll get some sexuality, some language. So just please be aware that we will be exposed to that, but we'll try to remain mature while discussing it. The grade discussion policy, you can read that and let me know if you have any questions. So I look forward to a good semester with you, and again, contact me if you have any questions at all. I'll try to clarify. Thank you.